Hi, welcome to V Discovery. Of the many bloody battles that have ensued over hundreds of years on the fields of Europe, it was a single moment of one man's courage and defiance that led to a flag which may be flown in freedom for the first time in years. Now, after further bloodshed, political fighting and the division of a nation, one of the most important decisions a nation will ever make is fast approaching. On 9 November in the year 2014, a vote in Spain will decide if the proud people of Catalonia gain true independence from Spain. To understand this over time, we must understand the people, their deep cultural strength, and their fierce struggles that continue today.
The Catalan society is a very complex society. The question of identity is very much an important part of Catalan society, and the Catalans identify in lots of different ways. Sometimes identify as Spanish, sometimes identify as Catalans, others identify more as Europeans or citizens of the world. So you get all this sort of combination coming together. Also this struggle for recognition of their culture and survival, I think, is a very fascinating one.
Catalonia is part of Spain, which was one of the original colonial empires of an emerging civilization that was struggling for power in the mid-1500s. With the second most spoken language in the world, the Spanish have themselves a rich history, which often conceals their internal conflicts. Today, Catalonia is an autonomous community of Spain, with a population of 7.5 million. It too is steeped in culture, which has been shaped over hundreds of years of tradition. Catalonia's oldest symbol dates back to the early 9th century. According to legend, the coat of arms, as seen on the flag, is the result of Charles the Bold, King of West Francia, dipping his fingers in the blood of Wilfred the Hairy, the first Count of Barcelona, then smearing his 4 bloody fingers over Wilfred's golden shield after the fight against the Saracens. This created the 4 red bars over the golden background, exhibiting strong connotations of Catalans' resistance to external domination. Catalonia developed from the 9th to 15th centuries. It was a hub of European and Mediterranean trade. Its language and collective culture evolved and formed identities. Little did Catalonia know that the cultural and political circumstances of the early modern period would soon undo the legacy of the medieval Catalan culture. The War of the Reapers in 1640 saw the Catalan peasants rebel against Philip IV, which lasted for 19 years. Their national anthem takes its name and music from the events of this war. More bloodshed was soon to follow as the War of Spanish Succession broke out in 1701. This resulted in Catalonia losing their independence 13 years later, on 11th of September 1714. This date is now known as Catalonia's National Day. In 1716, the Nueva Planta decree abolished Catalan constitutions. Catalan's universities were suppressed and administrative use of language was abolished. War after war followed, with decree after decree weakening the Catalan culture, with the language suffering in particular. 1881 saw the Catalan language banned on legal documents. Soon after, in 1886, it was banned in public meetings and on the phone. Then in 1900, it was banned from theaters. Dictatorship through the 20th century, led by Miguel Primo de Rivera, saw the repression of Catalonia's national dance, the sardana.
The Catalan cultural expressions compared to, say, Spanish cultural expressions, and I'm simplifying it a little bit here, but the Catalan ones tend to involve groups of people coming together, working together to create something, such as the human towers, where everybody has to know where they are in their place. The Catalan national dance, again, involves a group of people in a circle, dancing, holding hands, whereas comparing that to, say, stereotypes again, bullfighting, where you've got the individual bullfighter or flamenco, where you've got, again, it's the certain individuals who stand out, as opposed to the importance of community in the Catalan situation.
Then relief, or so some hoped. The Second Republic in 1931 was a brief moment of freedom until the Generalitat declared Catalonia a state of the Spanish Federal Republic, and war was once again declared. The Franco dictatorship came into play after the Civil War from 1937. Yet again, the Catalan culture was repressed, with total abolishment of the language, from speaking it to reading it. It was even abolished in education establishments. People who were caught speaking Catalan were detained and beaten, and in some circumstances, even killed. The Franco regime continued. However, workers' protests around 1946 saw the struggles towards independence fire up once again. Once repressed publications in Catalan became more common from the 1950s, with the passing of the Law of Freedom of Expression in 1966.
Jo tinc un sentiment molt arraigat d'independència des de fa molt de temps. Estic molt contenta del que està passant aquests últims anys, perquè crec que molta gent ho tenia a dins, però ningú es pensava que realment s'obrís a la llum amb tanta força, i en aquests últims anys la veritat és que la societat s'ha conscienciat, no només els polítics estan lluitant per això, realment crec que és la societat la que està empujant aquest procés, que diríem el procés de la independència, i és molt emocionant el que està passant aquests últims anys, i la gent realment s'expressa com vol, tenen clar que volen ser un país lliure, perquè no ha funcionat l'entesa amb Espanya, i no només des que es va acabar la dictadura, sinó ja fa 300 anys que ens van abolir les nostres llibertats. Per això aquest any és un any molt important, el 2014, i jo estic convençuda que el 9 de novembre votarem. I en el cas que no votem, sé que passarà alguna altra cosa, perquè ja en tenim prou, i perquè volem ser el que som, un país lliure.
The Assembly de Catalonia was created in 1971. This was a unified platform of Catalan political and cultural pressure groups based on 4 fundamental points: freedom, amnesty, the statute of autonomy, and coordination with democratic forces. Franco died in 1975, and with it, the collapse of the dictatorship. The return of democracy to Spain allowed Catalonia to recover its autonomous status in 1979 through the Statute of Autonomy. Additionally, the Language Normalization Act in 1983 has helped develop the statute to ensure the normal and official use of the Catalan language through all areas of communication, be that official, educational, or in the media. Every year, 10,000 works are published in Catalan, and the number of works published in other languages, then translated into Catalan, ranks 10th in the world. In fact, on the 23rd of April every year, Catalonians celebrate La Diada de Sant Jordi, presenting loved ones with a rose and a book. The Catalan culture continues to grow stronger each year. This day is surrounded by love, culture, and myth. The legend of Sant Jordi begins with a dragon who loomed over the village of Silene. The people of Silene would sacrifice a lamb and choose a virgin, until one day the princess was chosen. Sant Jordi is rumored to have slayed the dragon that poisoned the air of the village and freed the princess from her terrible destiny. This legend is seen throughout Catalonia with symbols and carvings of Sant Jordi slaying the dragon with a lance. Antonio Gaudí even depicted the famous dragon in his Casa Batlló. The roof resembles the spiny and scaly body of the dragon, with the balconies representing the bones of its victims. You can also see amongst the day's celebration many Catalan flags wrapped around flowers and covering stall tables.
Well, 20% of the population consistently for the last 20 plus years have been in favour of independence, which is it's a fifth of the population. It's a substantial amount of the population. That, as I said, has increased over the last 4 or 5 years. Also, in material I've been reading recently suggests that a lot of those people are Spaniards from other parts of Spain who are residents in Catalonia who believe that Catalonia should have independence.
It's rumoured that throughout Catalonia's oppression, the football club Barcelona has helped keep aspects of their culture alive by the fingertips. Fans and players spoke secretly in Catalan. Today the flag is seen everywhere in matches when Barcelona plays, and on the 17th minute and 14 seconds, a chant begins. It's the cry for independence, as the 11th of September 1714 is seen as the day that Catalonia began to lose its independence and identity. The club's motto, Més que un club, is famous around the sporting world. This shows how important the club is to the Catalan culture.
A veure, jo no sóc una persona molt esportista, no m'agrada el futbol, però crec que l'esport és una cosa i la política és una altra. Hi ha gent que sí que fa mostres polítiques, no sé, en un partit, per exemple, sí que s'han fet senyeres al camp. Jo no estic en contra, però jo preferiria que l'esport siga una cosa que és l'esport i l'altra cosa és la política.
Yo creo que ya está tan metido en la cultura del Fútbol Club Barcelona, es como una selección catalana, que es muy difícil ya separarlo, pero yo creo que en mi opinión nunca se tendrían que haber mezclado porque el fútbol es una cosa que está hecha para entretener, el fútbol, el baloncesto en general, el deporte, mientras que la política es una cosa que nos influye a todos y el deporte, si a ti no te gusta el fútbol, no tienes por qué inmiscuirte en ello. Pero lo han mezclado de tal manera que se han creado fanatismos por ambos lados, tanto por el lado de los que son aficionados del Barcelona, que ya son independentistas 100%, como por el lado de los que son del Real Madrid, los fanáticos que son totalmente en contra de eso, pero sin ningún paliativo. Y al final lo que consigues es estandarizar a la gente y que por ser aficionado del Real Madrid pues eres un facha y eres un antinacionalista y odias a los catalanes. Y yo creo que nunca se debería haber mezclado y habría que intentar poner todos los medios posibles para dejar la vida política y el fútbol y el deporte en general separados, pero ya sería muy difícil hacerlo eso.
One of the questions that is most raised, sometimes facetiously, is about the Barcelona Football Club and in which football league they will play, because it is one of the most important football clubs in the world. They play in the Spanish league. There's certain prestige in playing that, and they wouldn't have that prestige if they played strictly within a Catalan environment. There's some talk about it being like Monaco playing in the French league, Monaco not being part of France but playing in the French league, but who knows what would happen after independence, whether the Spanish Football League, if independence were to happen, whether the Spanish Football League would allow them to play, or whether they would punish them for their independence.
Volunteers, campaign workers and members have organised many campaigns and activities throughout Catalonia. This includes the creation of the Catalan flag in tea-light candles in the major square in the city of Vic on October 11, 2012.
Pues también el tema del referéndum está siendo muy polémico porque el sentimiento que hay es que las condiciones del referéndum, o sea, cómo se va a plantear la pregunta, son un poco demagogas y entonces la gente no está de acuerdo, pero en mi opinión a mí me gustaría así que hubiera un referéndum de una vez por todas y cerrar el debate y que se vea de verdad si el sentimiento general de los catalanes es de la independencia o no, porque no está todavía claro.
The Asamblea Nacional Catalana on Catalonia's National Day in 2013 organized a 480-kilometer human chain with roughly 1.6 million people, known as the Catalan Way. This symbol of unity was formed in support of Catalans' independence from Spain and crossed 86 towns from the north of Catalonia to the south.
And then the hands across in Catalonia last year. The human chain, I think they're really important to they're really important to building community cohesion within Catalonia, showing the strength of the movement, but also I think as a public relations exercise to show the rest of the world, particularly the European Union, that they are committed to this. And the important thing is that these activities are peaceful activities. There's nobody's advocating violence in any. There's not a push for a violent separation from Spain. They want to do it peacefully.
On the 8th of June 2014, in a prominent display of Catalan culture, a staggering 70 human towers were built worldwide to claim the Catalans' right to self-determination. The towers are a symbol of the united front and solidarity amongst Catalan society.
Jo crec que el que es pretén és internacionalitzar una mica el procés, que la gent sàpiga el que està passant a Catalunya, que estan en un procés, que no sabem si hi haurà referèndum o no al novembre, i el que volen és que la gent d'altres països coneguen la situació i el que està passant. Per exemple, a Austràlia ha hagut alguns esdeveniments, per tota Europa, als Estats Units.
¿Puedes darme tu opinión sobre la lucha por la independencia?
Bueno, yo creo que el lado catalán está muy mal influenciado por un pasado en el que les han enseñado cosas que realmente no sucedieron así, y entonces desde el lado no catalán se le intenta convencer de que eso no es la realidad, y al final yo creo que se centran tanto en sus convicciones, sean o no verdaderas, que la discusión es muy difícil y se hace muy complicado el debate, y está muy politizado y hay muchos intereses económicos al final que hacen todo muy complicado.
Pues a mí me da pena porque es verdad que se está creando bastante tensión alrededor del tema. Y yo creo que, pues, como ya he dicho, las dos partes tienen mucho que perder, incluso yo diría que más Cataluña, porque ya, como han dicho muchos presidentes de grandes empresas catalanas, que no podrían mantener sus empresas en Cataluña, sino que deberían trasladarlas a España, pero también España perdería muchísimo, porque Cataluña es sin duda alguna una región muy dinámica, tanto econòmicament com culturalment en Espanya.
Jo crec que estic molt a favor del referèndum. Jo crec que si la gent té la necessitat aquesta de saber el que opinen els catalans, jo crec que s'hauria de fer el referèndum. És una cosa democràtica i votar és gratis, no? Molta gent diu que el referèndum és il·legal perquè no és constitucional, però les lleis al llarg de la història van canviant i van adaptant-se a nous contextos i noves situacions. Llavors, si ara no és constitucional, no veig per què la llei no pot canviar-se. I al cap i a la fi jo crec que es tracta sobretot d'un tema de voluntat política. Si el govern espanyol no vol canviar les lleis, doncs segurament no ho farà.
Historically, Catalonia was separate to the rest of Spain. It obviously has very strong historical and cultural links with Spain. I strongly believe that if in a democracy, if there's a substantial portion of the population that feel that they would be better off independent, I think they should have the right to attempt that, or at least vote on it.
Catalan is a united culture that's been utterly repressed, yet they continue to fight towards independence. Thank you for watching V Discovery. I am Jessica Yon. See you next time.